Hello, everyone. Welcome back to JPNN. I have a voice. However, Carla is still going to be reading the stories because my voice is not 100%. So we'll have Carla read the stories. I'll react. And then we'll just keep that up, at least for today. Thanks, Carla. Thanks for helping out. I'm going to shut up now and get on with the news. All right. We will begin with news from Ubisoft.
Re for the future.
Okay, Carla, read the fucking beginning.
A Bloomberg reported stated that Ubisoft Entertainment is attracting preliminary takeover interest from buyout funds, people with knowledge of the matter said. Several private equity firms including Blackstone Inc. and KKR & Company have been studying the French business, sources state.
Okay.
Ubisoft hasn't entered into any serious negotiations with potential acquirers, and it's unclear whether its major shareholder is willing to pursue a deal, the people said. Kotaku also reported that according to their sources, Ubisoft has been working closely with several outside consultancy firms in recent years to audit various parts of its business. While companies will do this to become more profitable and prepare for the future, sources Kotaku spoke with suggest it's a sign Ubisoft's trying to tidy up its books for a potential sale. Mentioned factors as per Kotaku's report are: no Guillemot left to take over, ongoing workplace controversy, senior devs leaving, big projects struggling. Also mentions that according to three sources the next Far Cry, Assassin's Creed and Ghost Recon games are further out than Ubisoft planned. A Ubisoft spokesperson issued the following statement in regards to this story. We don't comment on rumors or speculation. Ubisoft has unmatched creative and production capacities, with more than 20,000 talented people collaborating across our global studios on game development. Thanks to them and to our long-term approach and appetite for taking creative risks, we have built some of the industry's strongest proprietary brands and have many promising new brands and projects on the horizon. We also have one the industry's deepest and most diversified portfolios, cutting-edge services and technologies, and a large and growing community of engaged players. As a result, we're ideally positioned to capitalize on the rapid industry growth and platform opportunities that are emerging right now.
Thanks, Carla. Who do I think's going to buy Ubisoft? Probably no one. Would I entertain the idea of like a Microsoft or a Sony or someone of that scope buying Ubisoft? Maybe. But then there's a lot of very similar games all coming from one source. And that would be bad. So I hope they don't get bought. I hope they continue doing whatever they're doing and they can kind of exist on their own. But hey, people like buying stuff, right, Elon Musk? Next story, Carla.
The National Labor Relations Board, NLRB, ruled that a group of 21 quality assurance workers at Raven Software is eligible to participate in a union election. Late January, that group of workers filed a petition with the NLRB for a union election after parent company Activision Blizzard missed a deadline set by the group to voluntarily recognize the nascent union, named the Game Workers Alliance. Activision Blizzard contested the filing, arguing that any union at the Wisconsin-based Raven would have to encompass all of the studio's approximately 230 employees, which the NLRB rejected. In a statement, Activision Blizzard said it would review further legal options, including a potential appeal. While we respect the NLRB process, we are disappointed that a decision that could significantly impact the future of our entire studio will be made by fewer than 10% of our employees, wrote Activision Blizzard spokesperson Rich George in a statement to WJP, Washington Post. We believe a direct relationship with team members is the best path to achieving individual and company goals. The NLRB's filing, which includes a comprehensive rundown of the facts of the case, notes that QA testers are the lowest paid employees at the employer, Raven. Even the pay increase to $18.50 that followed the workers' promotion to full-time employees, would put the vast majority of QA testers at $38,430 annually, which is well below any other position's listed minimum salary range.
Got it. Well, hey, that's a win, at least for the workers at Raven Software, now that they are eligible to participate in a union election. We'll see what happens, as always, with that. This stuff has constantly evolving stories. Maybe just pay them more. You know, maybe they wouldn't unionize if you just paid them more. It's already below like every other position's listed minimum salary range. Maybe just pay them more. Hey, hot take, pay them more. You know, do that. Carla, talk to me about the Activision Blizzard earning call.
Activision Blizzard had an earning call. In it they talked about Modern Warfare 2019 sequel to be the most advanced experience in franchise history. New free-to-play Warzone will be revealed later this year, built from the ground up. Diablo Immortal launches June 2nd. Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 development, progressing well. They are committed to ensuring an inclusive and safe working environment. A drop of 33% of monthly active users compared to Q1 2021. The report also noted that both Activision and Microsoft boards of directors have approved the Microsoft buyout. The deal is expected to close in Microsoft next fiscal year ending June 30, 2023, pending regulatory approval.
Thanks, Carla. Let's go ahead and take a look at that stat of 33% of monthly active users compared to Q1 2021. 33% of monthly active users. Another way to look at that is 60 million users dropped. That's wild. That's a shit ton of people to stop using your services, your games, etc. The other thing that I'm most excited about from this is, of course, Diablo Immortal launching on June 2nd. I think that game will be absolutely huge for the mobile market. We'll probably check it out on the channel, at least for a little while, just to see what it's all about. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal whatsoever on Twitch. But I do think it's going to be huge on mobile. Carla, what's going on with Paradox Interactive?
Paradox Interactive has launched a new indie publishing program called Unbound that allows independent developers to create games set in the Vampire, the Masquerade universe, and to make money on them if they want. The program arose from the success of Vampire Jam, a game jam that drew in more than 80 submissions, 6 of which will launch alongside the Unbound program. Following the Vampire Jam last year, we realized how passionate our community is about creating Vampire, the Masquerade games, World of Darkness community developer Martina Zyke said. While we could only award one grand prize to Heartless Lullaby, we knew we had to create a platform that empowered our community to work on the projects they love while giving them the support they need to be successful. As long as World of Darkness fans continue making great games, there will be more titles coming through Unbound. Naturally, the Unbound program is not an open-ended free-for-all. There are some rules that needs to be followed. We won't mention all of them, but we will mention some. Unbound games can only be offered on Unbound page, and developers cannot raise funds through crowdfunding or personal pages, although funding through methods allowed by the Dark Pack Agreement, including Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch, are okay. Paradox will also keep 33% of any revenues earned on Unbound games. That's a big cut, more than Steam takes, although arguably fair, given the free access to the Vampire license.
That's a pretty big cut, Carla. I don't know if that's even arguably fair. 33% is a large portion of revenue. One of the biggest cuts, I would say, in video games. But the other side of the coin, hey, it's pretty cool that they're allowing people to mess with the Vampire the Masquerade IP. I do feel that is a underutilized IP in the world of video games. We had some great games for it once. Hopefully we have some more in the future. And I think it's kind of a cool way to handle that. So good on Paradox. I didn't know about this vampire game jam that they did. But that's also pretty cool with 80 submissions. Maybe we'll look for a list of that. They mentioned the grand prize is the Heartless Lullaby. Maybe we'll see if there's a trailer for that or something for trailer time. Carla, talk to me about the NPD Group numbers for March.
Spending declines continue in the US, with the NPD Group reporting all categories were down year-on-year in both March 2022 and the first quarter of the year. Report summary. NPD reports total U.S. video games spending in March 2022 down 15% YoY to $4.9 billion. All categories, hardware and software, down year-on-year for both March and Q1 2022. Elden Ring is best-selling game year-to-date, second best of last 12 months behind COD Vanguard in terms of dollar sales. According to the report, the top 10 softwares for March 2022 were 1. Elden Ring. 2. Gran Turismo 7. 3. Kirby Forgotten Land. 4. MLB The Show 22. 5. Horizon Forbidden West. 6. Pokemon Legends Arceus. 7. WWE 2K22. 8. Mario Kart 8 DX. 9. COD Vanguard. 10. SOP Final Fantasy Origin.
Thanks, Carla. Who the fuck is buying Gran Turismo? It's number 2? Really? That's kind of wild. That's a little bit surprising to me. But maybe the gaming... look, the racing world is one that I do not understand, nor do I partake, nor do I care to understand. Maybe there's a lot of them. Obviously, there's a lot of them. It was number 2 on NPD. So, yeah. A lot of that stuff we also already knew, including the Elden Ring. Carla, what is Project Q?
Ubisoft introduces codename Project Q. Introducing codename Project Q, a team battle arena letting players truly own the experience. The game is in early development and we will keep testing. By the way, this is not a battle royale. The game will feature a variety of PvP modes with one single goal in mind: fun. We don't have plans to add NFTs to this game. You can find out more by registering and taking part in the upcoming tests.
The biggest aspect is not that they have one single mind or one single goal in mind: fun. It's that it's a team battle arena letting players truly own the experience. What the fuck does that mean? Who knows? Ubisoft is the one that knows. No NFTs, though. There's probably NFTs. What's going on with System Shock, Carla?
Larry Cooperman, Director of Business Development at NightDive, was at GDC to give updates on System Shock, and said it's largely complete. He referred to it as being in pre-beta. The PC version has all of the weapons, enemies, and other elements, but the team is still working on the console versions. Cooperman noted that the developers want to release the game simultaneously across all platforms. From records and footage that was shared in GDC, it seems on track to hit the studio's target for later this year.
All right. That makes sense. Cool. System Shock's probably going to be scary as fuck, so take all the time you want, because I'm not playing it either way. All right? Tell them to keep it in the can, Carla. I don't want that. Let's talk about this PlayStation variable refresh rate support coming out.
PlayStation announces that variable refresh rate (VRR) support will start rolling out globally to PS5 players this week. Titles that will be supported by VRR on release are Astro's Playroom, Call of Duty: Vanguard, Call of Duty: Black Ops Cold War, Destiny 2, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Dirt 5. Godfall. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart. Resident Evil Village. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Tribes of Midgard.
It's a pretty good selection. I wouldn't mind checking out the 2 Spider-Man games. Maybe even Ratchet and Clank. See how that looks. See how that handles. Looks like there's another little bit of update regarding Diablo Immortal.
Earlier during ActiBlizz earning call, we reported that Diablo Immortal will launch June 2nd, but it will not be only on mobile, as it has been announced that it will be available on PC with cross-play.
Interesting. They're going the Genshin Impact route. I bet you that will prove incredibly important for that game. Even though we all have phones. We all have phones.
Remember Borderlands 3, the game which was released in 2019?
Yes, I do. What about it, Carla?
Well, it will finally have crossplay on PlayStation 4 and 5 later this spring. The game had crossplay for all the other platform except PlayStation, as PlayStation users were only able to play with other PlayStation users online.
Cool. Thanks for that, Carla. What else you got for me?
EA has announced that it takes...
What?
Has announced that it takes...
What?
Announced...
What?
EA has announced that It Takes Two has won 80 awards since its launch. It Takes Two has won over 80 awards since its launch. Trophy congrats Hazelight Games and thanks to all the players for being a part of this journey with us.
Good tweet.
Heart.
I did mean to talk over you, but I'm married, Carla. Okay. What's going on with Valheim?
Valheim has sold over 10 million copies. They tweeted. Valheim has sold over 10 million copies. Thank you to every single one of you who got us to this milestone. When we launched the game, we could never in our wildest dreams have imagined this.
Wow.
Orange Heart beer mugs.
What? I don't... Carla, I don't need any beer. You got to stop with the hearts. What's going on with Steam?
Steam top sellers for week ending the 24th of April 2022.
Uh-huh.
In number 1, Steam Deck.
Right.
At number 2, Elden Ring.
Okay.
In number 3, Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
Number 4, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Number 5, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga.
One of those must be the deluxe. It's fine. I know you're new to the job, Carla. What's going on with Sony?
Sony seems to be proceeding with its plans to expand into the PC gaming market. According to a job listing, Sony is looking for candidates that will be responsible for the strategy and commercial activity within global channel sales and will deliver a single, optimized PC sales growth and commercial plan. The job listing is looking for candidates who can lead PC growth and commercial strategy, as well as develop and implement global PC store strategy and process.
Great. I'm into it. Sounds great, Carla. What's the Xbox side of the coin?
A job listing suggests that Microsoft's Xbox is not done with acquisitions. The gaming strategy and development team serves as the corporate strategy function for Team Xbox. The job listing reads for Manager, Gaming Strategy and Development. According to the description of the role, supporting strategic decisions with quantitative and qualitative rigor, identifying key consumer, technology, business trends and developing and evaluating the business case for content and technology acquisitions, M&A.
That makes a lot of sense, Carla. How did you say the Xbox? What did you say one more time?
Microsoft's Xbox.
Oh, you said it right. We got a bunch of like real fucking horn dogs watching. What's going on with this Hideo Kojima tweet? What's happening here?
Due to a tweet from Hideo Kojima, which was a picture of the new office area for Kojima Production. Fans are assuming that Hideo Kojima is working on a PlayStation 5 game, as a PS5 dev kit has been spotted in that picture.
That sounds like a reach, a stretch, but of course he's probably working on a PS5 game. Duh. Dr. Dre is in the news?
Dr. Dre thought that GTA Online was for kids. In an interview with DJ Pooh, a screenwriter and music producer who has worked with Rockstar since San Andreas, talked about how uninterested Dr. Dre was at first when Rockstar pitched the idea of him appearing in GTA Online. Initially it was just no, said Pooh. But the answer was initially no because Dre's not a gamer. He just didn't play any of the games. It's not like he dislikes them or something, he just didn't play them. He was like, I don't make things for kids. As he told he took a PlayStation over to the award-winning rapper's Calabasas mansion and hooked it up to Dre's massive TV. He was blown away, said Pooh. He didn't know you could do all this stuff, all the layers of gameplay that people are calling the metaverse, but it's doper than that. He was like, this shit is awesome, and he's seeing me driving around in a lowrider. We out here putting different rims on the car, getting in a shootout, hanging out with my friends, I got a girlfriend, all that.
Wow. Dr. Dre, not as informed as one might think. Carla, I heard that the Final Fantasy VI statue got announced. What's it cost?
Square Enix has revealed the latest in its Masterline series of figures, a statue of Terra from Final Fantasy VI riding atop some Magatech armor. It's beautiful. And it cost a bit of $11,500.
I'm sick, Carla, but it's too goddamn much. It's too goddamn much. It's too much money. It's too much money. You got any rumors, Carla?
Clips of what seems to be an Assassin's Creed VR has been circulating on the internet. The main menu of the game had the title, Assassin's Creed Nexus. The game will feature 16 missions with a linear story, support teleportation and smooth locomotion and of course leap of faith. Assassin's Creed Nexus will also feature timing-based combat, linear mission progression with backtracking and absolutely no side missions. And it seems that Ezio is the first character that players will supposedly play as.
Interesting. Well, thanks, Carla. You did a good job. We'll see you Wednesday. Okay?
Thank you. Good. See you Wednesday.
Let's talk about releases for the week. We've got a handful of things. Zombie Army 4 Dead War comes out the 26th. Serpent Rogue the 26th. Tomorrow as well, the 26th, is when the Overwatch 2 closed beta is going to be launching / starting. I'll be streaming it. If you want to enter into a, well, not enter into a giveaway. If you want to just watch on Wednesday for 4 hours, you can get a key so that you can also play the Overwatch 2 closed beta. It's only on PC, though. No console keys or anything like that. I don't even think there's console portion of the beta, but you can stop on by Wednesday, idle for 4 hours, and get yourself a key. We've also got the Stanley Parable Vampire Masquerade Blood Hunt officially releases this week on the 27th. A game by the name of Dorfromantic, I guess. Cities VR will be launching on Thursday. Season 2 of Deep Rock Galactic also on Thursday. Rogue Legacy 2 launches on Thursday. We might check that out sometime in the next week. Bug Snacks, The Isle of Big Snacks, the DLC comes out. We've also got some DLC for Age of Empires 2, The Dynasties of India, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, and on the 29th, this Friday, Nintendo Switch Sports is launching. We'll be doing a Drop Frames Games with Rami joining us on Sunday for that. Yeah, I kind of like the AI reading me the news. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe we'll just always do the news like this from now on. Keep it fresh. Who could say? Anyways, we're out of here. Thanks for watching JPNN. Make sure to drop a comment. Feel free to subscribe. And as always, hit that like button. Don't dislike it though, because no one will ever see it. You know, just don't do it. Just don't do it. We're out here. We'll see you then. Bye bye.